This is file number 231499FY, People versus Jessica Jo Neese. It used to be Jessica O'Brien, but I've known her as Jessica Neese. She's here with her lawyer, Mr. Ross Truckee. The matter was charged with a felony possession of methamphetamine charge, and it was reduced to a charge of use of methamphetamine. And the matter is set for sentencing here today. And Mr. Truckee, frankly, I don't know what to do here. Maybe you can enlighten me.
Well, Your Honor had sent Jessica to a drug screen at plea date, and she can fall on her sword about that a bit. She didn't make it to that drug screen that afternoon. She did call the court. She did report herself to the court as not being able to make it. She made it the next day. The full panel was completed. She was positive. She's got a drug problem. She admits she has a drug problem. That's how she pled guilty in here. And like our other cases this morning, she has a reason that she got to the point where she was using drugs. Part of it has to do with what you said a few minutes ago about she used to be Jessica O'Brien. I think that is finally total. Look, Mr. O'Brien is excised from her life. She's got a new Social Security card. She's back to not having any association with him. Not to blame it all on him, right? She took the steps to use to possess drugs on this occasion. Since plea and since the positive drug screen at the court's order, she reports that she's been clean. She's been going to celebrate recovery. She's working on finding a job. There's some things out there for jobs. She's been associating with someone who's operating the Hope Network or trying to get the Hope Network situation going in Three Rivers. One of the benefits Jessica has, she does have a valid driver's license. So we're hopeful that work will be a good release for her. We'd ask the court that a probation be ordered if in lieu of jail time. I don't think additional jail time is going to help her in her recovery. Additional recovery is going to help her in her recovery. She has some sober time in, so I would just ask the court not to order any jail time.
Ms. Neese, there's anything you want to tell me?
I do take fault for what I did. I've changed my surroundings and who I've been around so that I don't get any temptation or just to try to make myself better. My hindrance before with work was the Social Security card issue, because when I got divorced, I went and got a new driver's license, and now I found out that I wasn't supposed to until I did the Social Security card. That's what they said at the Social Security office. I have been in touch with Burger King and was offered a position, but they're going through a new district manager changeover. So they're not starting anybody new until that is settled. I've been hanging out more with my mother. She just had surgery on her ear. So I've been hanging out over there and helping her out and trying to reconnect more with her. I'm just ready to get this behind me and move on in a better direction.
Well, I wanted to know what people lie to me all the time. It hurts my feelings, but particularly methamphetamine. I asked you, you're going to be positive for methamphetamine, and you said no. And I said, well, let's see what we're dealing with. And then you didn't show up for the test. And then Mr. Marvin says, well, if she can't even do that, then she's probably not a very good probation candidate. Specimen will go out today. I'm not okay with it. She lives in Three Rivers. I did not want an additional day for her dilute sample. If she cannot even follow that simple directive, she's not a very good candidate for probation. So that's what I said to everybody involved. So that was a concern. Now, the crime itself is not much. Um,
I was just hanging out with the wrong people. I mean, I know it wasn't their fault, but I had just kind of given up after losing my daughter.
well, you had a pipe and a small amount of marijuana, methamphetamine in your bra. And that ain't exactly the crime of the century. You're in the wrong neighborhood, Mechanic Street, Sixth Street. You live up in First Ward. So that was what your crime was. You had a pipe and so it almost could have been a paraphernalia charge. You've got some unpaid fines and costs. You have an old driving suspended case, file 220-2773 ST, where you owe $325. And you were on a payment plan and you stopped making payments. Then you had a dog at large case. You had several animal control cases. We just had that one. You owe money on that one too. When I dealt with a retail fraud case last year, I probably should have dealt with that stuff. You're all squared away with the retail fraud.
I wasn't even aware of the dog at large. That was Marty's dog, but it was registered to me and he didn't even tell me about the tickets. I know that's no excuse, but.
Well, it's not. Anyway, I'd like to get those resolved. Are you still on Cushman Street?
I still have stuff there. They're letting me get the rest of my stuff out of there and they let my dog stay there. I'm just staying with friends.
Could you go back to your parents?
I can't take my dogs there. I was staying with a friend, but like on a more regular basis, but she ended up turning on me.
Who owns the house on Cushman Street?
They don't really know. I have a friend that wanted to buy it, and so she tried to like look into what bank owned it, and she had a hard time. So
Well, who's she?
her name was Tiffany. It was my sister's friend was wanting to buy the house for
Well, I
herself.
think I'm foreclosing on this house.
Yeah, it's been foreclosed on.
Well, you have to get your stuff and your dogs out of there.
I know. I just have stuff left in the garage that I need to finish getting out.
All right, so you're not working, you're not about half a step from homeless. You got a small amount of methamphetamine. You lied to me and you tested positive. And the problem is every time I test you, it costs money. When I get you in treatment, when did you last go to Celebrate?
I went to that big thing they had homecoming weekend at the park.
Well, that wasn't exactly Celebrate. It was a prayer, free treatment. How about before that one?
It was earlier in that week. I went to one of them.
Which one?
The one across from Wendy's.
A Destiny Church?
Yeah. I just have a hard time with transportation.
I understand.
And I had a bicycle and then it got stolen. And then I tried contacting the police about seeing if a stolen bicycle was in their impound lot or whatever. And that didn't pan out like I hoped either.
I'm not laughing at you. There was a lady here at the courthouse. She had her bike stolen. She would ride it to work sometimes and her bike was stolen. And one of the bailiffs who used to work here at the court found it. And he put it in his truck and he brought it here to the courthouse. Said it was the wrong bike. It was the wrong bike.
Uh-oh.
It wasn't her bike. So we told him we were gonna charge him with bicycle theft. I don't know what ever happened to that bike, whether it got back to the right person or I don't know. Anyway, that.
Need to just try again and talk to a different officer because I was told that they're like this big lot of all these stolen bikes. and that you tell them what your bike was that got stolen, and then you can go and see if it's there.
Well,
But
I've seen the Three Rivers Bicycle Impound Room. I think now it's out at the
so Department of Public, where
Department
the
of Public
waste thing
Works,
is.
and every year or two, they have an auction and sell all these bikes.
Oh, I didn't know
but-
about that.
But I would, yeah, I'd try again.
Because he said he had to check the files and see.
What kind of bike was it?
It was a black and white mountain bike. I don't even remember what brand it was. I think it was Mongoose or Schwinn. And before that, my daughter's purple Mongoose was stolen, like the year before that. There's been quite a few different ones.
Well, you're eligible for 7411 probation. So I guess we'll give it a try. 30 days jail, credit 1. I'm gonna defer 29 days. There's no sense putting you back in there.
Thank
Will
you.
you be positive today?
No,
If you're positive today, I'm gonna give you 30 days in jail.
that's fine.
So tell me now, so you won't be?
I will not be positive.
Will you be positive for marijuana?
Yes.
All right, you gotta stop smoking marijuana.
Okay.
You don't have any money. I'm gonna make the fine here 0. There's a $75 crime victims' rights fee, $50 state minimum fee, $150 attorney fee, and a $480 probation oversight fee. Substance abuse treatment and counseling is directed. Support group like Celebrate. No drugs and no alcohol, including marijuana. Obtain full-time employment. When's the last time you worked?
I worked last year at Triple Creek.
Well, I think you're certainly capable. You'd probably be a good employee for somebody.
Well, now I just took care of my last obstacle that I had for that, so I should be good to go. That was the Social Security card issue.
Well, the reason that you don't have any money is directly related to the fact that you don't have a job.
Yes.
And there really isn't any reason why you shouldn't. So I'm gonna try to make sure you get back to work. I put you on a type of probation that will allow you to successfully take this off your record. I also want you to pay all outstanding fines. I don't know what to tell you. I thought I'd already foreclosed on that house. I didn't know there were still stuff and dogs in there.
Yeah. It's just been an issue.
Well, you got to find, how big are these dogs?
They're full-size pit bulls,
Oh, wonderful.
but they're like my children.
Everybody says that before their pit bull bites somebody in the face. I won't go into it. The other dog terribly bit a lady, and I ordered the dog be destroyed. Your dogs haven't, well, you had dog at large charges in the past that you haven't paid for.
I don't have that dog anymore. That was Marty's dog that he took with him, but I know that doesn't matter.
All right, well, at some point, you're gonna need to get them out of this house because I think I foreclosed on it. I want you to take this form downstairs to the probation department.
Okay.
And, they'll get you started on what you need to do.
Thank
All
you.
right, good luck.
Thank you, Ron.